Good morning, everyone. Welcome back on Daily Crypto Plan. Well, let's start as usual. Let's start with Bitcoin, the CME chart, and then after the overview, we'll go on the 4-hour chart and maybe we can find some potential setups. Once again, morning, everyone. Let's start. Okay, Bitcoin CME chart, pretty simple. We are closing the gap. It's that simple for me. We are closing that gap. Is the gap closed at the moment? Actually, no, it's not. Will close pretty soon. But for me to have a gap closed, we need to close the candle body below the gap here. So we are trying to close the gap here, but it's not closed yet. A lot of people, I don't know, they are thinking differently, but that's the correct solution. Just 1 second, please. I need to do something. There you go. So, daily chart, OBV is lagging. You can see, well, we have a W, but it's not doing too many things. Here, I don't like the RSI like a double top, and if we go negative, we'll dump like crazy, probably. Let's hope that is just a retest of the 50 line and we'll bounce. But like I said yesterday, on 4-hour chart, we have an LJ short that looks really clear. I don't want to long for the moment. I suggested to wait here for 1 hour, 4-hour W in the blue area. Let's put 4-hour chart a little bit. So give me a W here, give me a clear W here, and I could think bounce. But until then, no. On 4-hour chart, we managed to retest this 4-hour area, but we need to close it, to close below on daily. That means we should be extra careful. And if you look on 4-hour chart, you'll see another gap here on CME. That needs a close. So we can dump here in the support and then make a W? Yes, of course we can. Where are the people that they said in the comments all over the place, strong trend? Where are they now? Is not a strong trend anymore? Well, so for me, the range is valid, the range is clear. We are kind of, if we consider this big range, we are kind of in the middle, so it's not the best area on 4-hour chart, on daily chart too long. On 4-hour chart, like I said, I consider this one pump chaser zone, 38.2 to 50%. Okay, if I'll get a clear W on 1 hour, 4 hour, and I'll get a general setup with bullish divergence, maybe. But until then, no. Okay, so that's Bitcoin on CME on daily. Let's take a look at Ethereum on daily. Looks a bit better, or let's say a lot better than Bitcoin. Yeah? We are on the other side, on the left side of the trend line. If you look at Bitcoin here, you can see the trend line is above, and we are dumping below the trend line. Ethereum, it's on the, we don't even touch the trend line yet. So looks better than Bitcoin, a lot better than Bitcoin. I suggested multiple times, don't short Ethereum, short Bitcoin if you want to short or to hedge, and try to hunt long ideas on Ethereum. Just my 2 cents, people. I have a setup on daily here. No. We can dump in the long reload zone and test 61.8 at least. Or if we're lucky, we'll get a retest here at 2,800. That will be nice because I could buy again at 2,800 or below. But for the moment, it's looking stronger than Bitcoin, and I don't want to short Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum versus Bitcoin. You can see it's holding those W's. I don't see daily M's. I don't see anything bad. It's holding like a champ here. If I'll see M's and if I'll see something else, well, I'll tell you. But for the moment, Bitcoin is dumping. Ethereum dumps after Bitcoin, but is lagging. We'll see when the Bitcoin will pump, if Ethereum will take the lead and will pump stronger. But for the moment, it's not dumping like crazy. Looks a lot better than Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance in the same place, people. Like a couple of days ago, you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost a week in the same place. I like the fact that we are below 60%. We can form a big M. We had a small M here. Doesn't look bad for an altcoin season. Nobody is thinking about altcoin season anymore. So let's see what is next. Luckily, my bags are fully packed and I'm waiting. And I could wait for a long time, or I could benefit from an altcoin season. I'm just waiting at the moment. You know my way. Zero or hero. Let's take a look at ES. Yesterday we made a new all-time high. Nobody's talking about it, but you can see we scratched 7,000. Nobody's talking. Everyone is talking about Venezuela, Greenland, and other things, but ES is slowly making new all-time highs. Like I said in the post on Twitter, war and rumor of war is bullish for the market. People think, well, the market will dump because we'll have a war and rumors. No. Market loves them. And I explain why and how I was getting to that conclusion. The rest is up to you, people. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your own money. Yeah. Just, if you'll do an overview like I do here, you'll see the market with different eyes. If you journal and if you put the important events in your journal, in time, in years, you'll see the market totally different. The news or what they want you to see will fade away and you'll see the real market. Yeah? Everything is about Venezuela and oil, but the market made a new all-time high. It's a fake out and will go back down? Yeah, maybe. But it's still strong. It's still fighting on higher time frame. It's still in the same range. We are still above that weekly uptrend. So it's damn strong. Okay. Gold. We don't have a clear EM on daily. I cannot call a top on gold. Gold is strong. Gold accepts once above this all-time high, makes a retracement. If you look at the structure of the market, you have higher highs and higher lows. If we'll accept below this level, that will create an EM on daily chart. Is that 100% guaranteed that the top is in? No. But at least you have an EM. At least you have a double top. For the moment, the market is strong and is pushing higher. Similar on silver, you can see, could be a double top, possible. I'll sell my position here? No. I sold at 80 and I'm waiting. I think could go sideways, but also could pump a lot higher. Slow and steady. Everyone, when someone sees this position, will say, well, look at that. I could take a trade like that. No, you don't. A trade like this needs a lot of patience. Imagine that I'm in this trade from November, beginning of November. And I was here when the market pumped and then dumped back down. And I said, that's an entry, that's a retest. And everyone, well, no, it's an M and it's going down. And then we pumped and then we dumped and then we pumped and then we dumped. And every fucking day I said, I don't touch this one. I like it. I will keep it. I will keep it. How many of you managed to stay in this trade until here? And then at $80, I said, well, let's take some profit off. It's more than 20, huh? And guess what? We stall here. We are going sideways. The trend is taking a bit of break. But don't tell me, well, it's easy. No, it's not easy. It's damn hard to stay in the position. You need a clear plan and you need to be able to respect that fucking plan. Okay. So silver could be a double top. Maybe, maybe not. Probably not. I think we'll push higher. But that's my 2 cents. I don't know what the market will do next. Gold versus silver. I don't see a bottom yet. Could form a bottom here? Maybe. If I'll see a bottom, I'll W breakout and retest on daily. Well, that will change my opinion. Maybe I'll take a bit more profit from the silver trade. Total market cap. We are fighting 3 trillion. We are retesting that initial W. Total 3, similar. Nothing bad. It's not bad up on if you look at total 3 or a total market cap. It's just ranging. It's just trying to form a bottom. You can see W's breakout retest, W's breakout retest. It's not looking ugly. But on lower time frame, on 4-hour chart, it's not that we have different views as day traders, different views as swing traders, and different views as position traders. I warned you about a swing trade. I said, well, we have 4-hour chart EM, actually 2 EMs. We have an LJ short. Let's stay the fuck out from the longs. Let's wait at least. If you don't want to short, at least don't long because the market will probably push lower. Too many confluence lower. But on daily, the total 3 and total, they are not looking bad. W's breakout and retest is not bearish. Yeah, I have my coins from $12 La Vista. So I was talking about a setup, a trade in the market. If I made an exception to trade traditional market, to trade silver, it's clearly obvious that I want to get a big risk reward. Anyway, that's the overview we have. So Bitcoin, let's put the CME. Bitcoin is retesting that gap. But like I said, I need a candle body close below the gap to consider the gap closed. What we have now, we tested and we are bouncing. That's not a gap closed. Maybe it's enough and maybe the market will push higher. Who the fuck knows? But I don't have a setup to the upside for the moment. And for a short, it's too late. Who managed to short in the top here at the SFU like we did? And maybe you have 20% from that trade. Maybe you don't. I don't know. But we definitely discussed that setup here in the top. So don't ask me now about the short ideas. Okay. Now, that's the overview. Let's take a look at the calendar a little bit. Consumer confidence in Japan, nothing else. I don't see anything on Europe. I don't see anything on the US. Quiet day. It's a reversal. Thursday is usually a reversal day. Let's see reversal from what and if will be a reversal. So slow and steady. Okay. So what do we have here on 4-hour chart? We shorted this one. We made nice money. Then we long this one. I even posted this one for premium and VIP. And we made nice money to the upside. Then the market dumped back down here. I tried an SFU. Failed. After I managed to make it risk-free, let's put a 5-minute chart so you'll see it. You can see the SFU level. You can see where I took the trade. I managed to get more than 1-to-1. People, I'll rant a little bit. If you are not able to realize without doing anything, just realize the mathematics. Why, if you close 50% at 1 hour, makes the trade overall risk-free, stop trading, do something else, people. Or start learning. Come on. I don't want to give names, but I had 4 or 5 people in Crypto Traders Arena asking me why I consider if I took 50% profit at 1 hour, the overall trade is risk free. People, it's first grades mathematics. Come on, it's not that fucking hard. I don't want to. I don't know in other countries how you learn mathematics. I don't know how much attention you paid. But come on, it's that simple. I don't want to explain those things again and again and again. It's embarrassing for me to explain it again. For someone in the morning, I put AI to explain. I said, maybe my English is not good enough. And I asked ChatGPT, please explain to this guy why. If you have a position, let's say you risk $100. From this entry to this stop loss, you risk $100. When the position gets to 1 hour, you close 50%. So if you get at 1 hour with risk of $100 and you close 50% at 1 hour, you book a profit of $50 fucking dollars. Now you have half of the original position. Okay? You don't have an entire position anymore. If the market comes back down, you lose $50. You won $50 when you close 50%. You lose $50 if the market comes back down and take your stop loss. Overall, you didn't lose money. It's simple. Come on. I don't want to explain that over and over again. It's embarrassing. People forget that they close 50% of the position and they calculate the full stop loss of $100. Well, I lost $50. No, you don't, because you close 50%. That removes 50% from your position size. That means that if the market will come back down, you lose only $50. And you already closed 50% of the position with $50 profit. It's so hard. Okay. It's not about someone, it's about multiple people asking me. That's why if someone had a problem, maybe that guy has a problem with. I know people that they are really smart in another direction, but if you ask them the mathematics, they'll say, well, I don't know, I don't like it. I know only the basic. I don't know, doesn't matter. If it's American, if it's Chinese, if it's Indian, doesn't matter. The math is pretty simple and you should be able to do it. I'm calculating the position size in my mind for years when I'm trading. I'm using the calculator from the exchange just to verify myself. This is simple, people. This is not something hard. You should be able to understand the concept. Anyway, that being said, let's move on. Now, this trade failed after I made it risk free. I closed 50% of the trade. Was a small position anyway. I said 0.5 here. And then fucked around, up and down, up and down. In this time, I told you about that 4-hour LJ. Yeah? The LJ name comes from TRI. Don't ask me what that means. Yeah? The name we have on Crypto Traders Arena is Trendline Breakout Setup. Yeah? If you go on this template on 4-hour chart, I'll explain you what do I mean with the LJ and what condition we need to have, because I saw a lot of questions even on Twitter. But in the same time, people, some of you are really lazy because we have the LJ setup posted in the setups, even for free members. If you go on setups and tutorials, you will see the LJ. If you study the setups, you will see the setup there. Anyway, you can see here we have this trend line, which is confirmed here. Yeah, you can see it's well respected, validated over and over again, above and below, above and below. And then at some point in time here, I said days ago, if we'll get an EM the other side, that will be a warning sign, that will be bearish. I saw this EM I said, well, maybe it's not an EM, who the fuck knows, maybe it's just noise. But when I saw yesterday the big EM, this one, this is a big EM, people, on 4-hour chart. So this is the small one. Okay. Come on, get the fuck down. Okay. This is the small M here. Okay. And then the big one. Can you see the big one? Let me zoom out a little bit. Zoom in, actually. Huh? You can see. After we accept below this level, that's a big fucking M on 4-hour chart. And that's a clear warning sign. Stay the fuck out from the longs. The market wants lower. So when I saw the confirmation here, the market wanted lower here, and we closed this one, and we stayed here, no bounce, no nothing, small support here. I said, well, at least don't long, stay out. The LJ comes from the trend line breakouts name, so we have a valid trend line. That's a different story. I don't have time to explain you what a valid trend line means and how, and we will find a clearer trend line. And then an EM the other side. So the trend line had the price action here. We got the other side, and now we got a clear EM the other side. And that is completing a setup, and it's a short for me. How short here? I don't think how short. But at least I'll stay the fuck out from the long. Why I'm not shorting this one? Well, if I took this original EM, okay, I have a nice risk to reward until the support. But if I take this big one, imagine how low we have to drop here at 38.2 to get a 2-to-1. So, no. But it's a warning sign. I use that setup as a warning sign to stay out from longs. Okay. With the mathematics, I think the problem is people are using computers and they don't use their head anymore. La vista. Doesn't matter the country you are from. Everyone is using computers from the kindergarten. They don't know how to write a letter properly. They don't know 1 + 1 because they are using, even for simple mathematics, they are using computers, and that's a problem. There are some movie on that thing, yeah. How stupid we can get if we anyway. So that was the M, that was the LJ. I explained you the LJ. Valid trend line, clear W here. Yeah? We validated, we got the other side when we made a big M. Okay, now let's go back down here. What we can do here, okay, I took this short here, I made money. I took this long, I made money. I took this one, I got risk free, stop me out. Okay, so far we made money, we didn't lose anything. Let's go on 1 hour at least, so we can see the market from a different perspective. This is the previous week range. You can see this is the Monday high, this is the Monday low, and we are retesting the previous Monday high. I remember yesterday or 2 days ago, a stupid trader told you that, well, this one doesn't have a proper retest. The market bounced without retesting the previous Monday high. You remember that, stupid trader? Well, I don't. Now we are retesting that level. We have a pump chaser zone. You can see here I have the long reload zone. But this is not a bad location. But I want to day trade, I want to do something. No, I want a swing trade. If I'll get a W here on 4-hour chart, and we don't have a W, we don't have a W on 1 hour either. So I need a W here, a clear W. You can see bullish divergence on MACD histogram already there. Potential bullish divergence on OBV already there. We can do the same thing on this one, on this template. Let me put you the pump chaser zone also so you can see it. Let's clone this one. Yeah, the same levels. I'll just put the pump chaser zone. Don't make me explain what pump chaser zone is. 38.2 to 50% retracement. So if I'll get a W on 1 hour not less, 1 hour, 4-hour chart with bullish divergence. You saw that on CME we have bullish divergence here. No, not even on RSI, nothing. So I don't know if I want to take this. Could be just a bearish retest, yeah, a dead cat bounce here at 91, and then we could dump lower. If I'll get a clear setup in the pump chaser zone, I'll probably take it. Most probably we'll just dead cat bounce and we'll dump lower in the long reload zone. So for the moment, people, I don't have a setup. I don't have a setup at 1 hour. I don't have a setup on 4-hour chart. We have that LJ short, but it's too late to enter in that one. I'm just waiting to see what is next. Let's go on Ethereum. Classic Monday range play with a really ugly, really ugly Monday high SFU over and over again. Fake out was ugly because you know me, I want to play this one, but was so ugly that I didn't play any short here. Now we are below the Monday low. We are trying to get back in, but if you look left now, that's a fucking strong resistance. I said yesterday on 5-minute chart that I want this SFU. I don't want to play here because it's dangerous and I want this SFU. Well, if you manage to get this SFU here, okay, it was a valid one, but the stop loss was hit. I want to trade here. To be honest, no. Could be a bearish retest of the Monday low, yes. I didn't took this SFU because, you know, the SFU on 5-minute chart needs the market. You need to be in front of your screen. You need to take the trade in the market, to be there, to watch it. It's not limit orders. So, was too early in the morning for me. I didn't took anything. I have a setup here. Well, I'll be honest. I'm inclined to think this is just a bearish retest and we can push back down. If I'll see a W here in this area, if I'll see a setup, maybe. But I prefer to stay out and don't do anything for the moment. Ethereum on daily. Yes, on daily, but you want to trade daily? You are a position trader, Haron? Or Harris? Or you are a day trader or a swing trader? Let's put 4-hour chart. Do you have a setup here? Because I fucking don't have any setup here. That's how 4-hour looks. Okay, if the market will come back down here, it's still a valid W on daily and will give me a W here, I'll be more than happy to get it. But here, what setup I should play on Ethereum on 4-hour chart or let's say day trader on 1-hour chart? Do we have a setup? No. We had a nice uptrend, higher highs and higher lows. Then we made a clear EM and now we have lower highs and lower lows. I was talking earlier about 5-minute chart, La Vista. Scalps, SFUs. Why do you ask me if I play 1 hour and 4 hour? If you saw me discussing about 5-minute chart, you think I'll ignore the 5-minute chart? But it's different. 1 hour is day trading. 5 minutes is, I don't know, day trading, scalping, if you want to say like that. And 4 hours is swing trading already. Different approaches on the market. Yeah. For a swing trade, usually I use limit orders. For day trades on 1 hour, I usually use limit orders. For scalping, I use limit orders, but for example, in the SFU, I'll go in the market and I'll stay in front of the screen to get the position. Totally different approaches. The lower you go, the more risky it gets. Okay, so I don't have a setup on 1 hour. I don't have a setup on 4-hour chart. I think this is just a bearish retest of the Monday low. Let's hope that I'm wrong and we'll accept on 1 hour and 4 hour above the Monday low. If not, let's see where we can stop. Well, if you look left, always look left, you see that 61.8 has a lot of confluence there. No? So if we'll touch 61.8, I think the market will bounce from that level. Big fat round number, 3,000, accepting a little bit below 3,000 and then bouncing. Could be a setup. That will be the mountain man. I could enter here, stop loss here, or I could find another setup on lower time frame. Okay, that's Bitcoin, that's Ethereum. I'll go on 4-hour chart and I'll scan the altcoins we have with blue. We are in this trade. If it's a win or a loss is not up to us from now on. We are in the trade, underwater a little bit. If you are not in the trade, I suggest you to wait for a W in the long reload zone. We tested 61.8, which is really nice, and we bounced. But I'll be convinced that we'll reverse, or I'll think we'll reverse when I'll see a W for our chart. I don't see any fucking W for the moment. Plasma, similar. I told you that I'm not hunting longs here, and everyone was bullish. Well, going to the moon. And I said, I love the W's, but I want the market to come back down in the long reload zone. Well, we are trying to do that. You can see. More patience, please. On some of them, we have YEMs already confirmed. Look at it. One by one. YEMs. This one. Give me a W here, a clear W on 4-hour chart, and maybe I'll think about something. For the moment, I don't have a setup. I have a good location now, but nothing. Similar here. You can see the market, the altcoins are looking similar. They pumped, and now they formed some YEMs or some bearish structure, and they could go in the long reload zone. That is the area where I'm waiting for a long, people. Will take me more time. Jiggle Biggle, it's weak, and will probably SFU the lows. I don't have a setup on this one. And to be honest, seeing dumping like this, I don't want to trade it. I want to wait. It's trying to form a bottom. No setup here. We had the initial W breakout, but you can see the YEM patterns trying to form here. Similar, let's see what is the highest high, this one. I don't see any confluence in the pump chaser zone, so probably long reload zone is the best. There you go. You have a support. If the market will dump here and make a W, what do you think? It's a good idea to wait here? To wait here and play a W? Similar here. Okay, now this with green, those ones with green, technically we should still be in the trade. I still have a little bit of this one. I'm in blue AI, but you can see I'm underwater a little bit. Aria, I'm in profit and I'm waiting, but has the same pattern, has an EM here, so it's not bad to wait back down here in the long reload zone and then try to play something. Unfortunately, I missed the take profit there. I'm still in the trade, I'm in profit, but was a mistake. I didn't have a take profit there. At the entry here, yeah, Stefan, but the problem on Ethereum is now that we accepted below the Monday low and what we have now could be, I'm not saying it is, but could be a bearish retest. APR, we are in profit, nothing we can do here. And so we took the trade, we had the retest, we made some money, we are risk free, nothing we can do. And this one I have only the moon bag. This one, if you remember, I was posting in the weekend, had nice perspective. Well, we'll pump. It did a fake out and then stopped me out, and now it's pumping. Motherfucker. Look at it. After we SFU'd once more. Well, looking back, equal lows was obvious, but nothing I can do now. So, that's it from my part, people. Let's see what will happen here. We can hope for a double in the pump chaser zone, but we should expect a dump in the long reload zone. Huh? So it's a big difference, but hoping here and waiting, maybe we'll get a setup and have a probability that the market could go in the long reload zone and then hunt some long ideas. The rest is up to you. The people that said, well, it's a strong trend and we don't short and we don't do that, well, sorry guys. I try to warn you too, but you don't want to listen. Nothing I can do. I was shorting here. I was asking on Twitter to short or not to short. That's the question. Oh, no, to short to get liquidated. Strong trend. Well, where the fuck is that strong trend now? Anyway, I remain on the same conclusion. I prefer to short Bitcoin if I get a setup, and I try to avoid to short Ethereum. It's stronger than Bitcoin. We accepted below on 4-hour chart. We accepted below Monday low. That's ugly. We SFU'd some levels here, took some liquidity, but you can see the bounce is not strong for the moment. We'll see what will happen next. That being said, people, let's call it a live stream. See you in the next one. If you are a VIP member, see you in 2 minutes. If you are a premium member, see you in the New York session. If you are a general member or you are not even on Discord, see you tomorrow morning with the same live stream. We have 1 or 2 places for Cup 1. I think 1 place for VIP. I don't know exactly if we still have that place. Slow and steady, people. Every morning, remind yourself why you are here. You are here to take 10 trades, or you are here to make money. If you are here to make money, you'll wait for clear setups and you'll respect a clear, crystal clear risk management. That being said, see you next time, people. Bye-bye.